I'm Neil Bass, owner of SmarTax. SmarTax is a corporate tax consulting firm. Our clients are, for the most part, larger companies, but they may not be that huge in that they can bring their own in-house tax people. So they have to use somebody externally like us. We have a niche business. We offer certain types of work that are not offered by a lot of other companies. We help them with tax exams, we help them with their financial auditors and their tax auditors. We offer a certain level of personalized service that our clients don't get with the competition. I don't have any grand hope to become this big multinational company, if you will. I just like dealing with people. I like solving their problems.
We have an accountant entrepreneur and a very successful one. Neil has a company, SmarTax. SmarTax does what, and how did you get your customers? How did you get your niche? Tell me about your marketing. Tell me how you operate and what your philosophy is.
Well, SmarTax is a corporate tax niche business. We go after corporations and serve them for their corporate tax needs.
But Neil, your background, as you've told Bob and I, you come from a big six accounting firm that dealt with great big companies.
That's right.
That was your expertise, and tax was your expertise.
That's exactly right.
So why did you leave the big company? You had all the comfort of that. Why did you leave them to be an entrepreneur?
Yeah, and it was very comfortable. I had a very comfortable job at a big accounting firm, but the accounting industry changed drastically.
What was that change?
Well,
the big six firms, they would not allow them to do their books and be their auditor at the same time?
That's exactly right. So for many, many years prior to that change, the audit firm would do everything. They would do tax advice, tax consultations, you name it. Now, with that change in the law, they could no longer use the same audit firm to help them with certain tax consultations. So I went out and marketed ourselves as a tax consultation firm that can help out these clients in need.
So, and you already had a built-in, your first line of customer wasn't your end customer, but your first customer was those big six accounting firms who had the customers that you wanted to give tax advice to. That's the niche that hit up for you. So your marketing was not directly to your customer, was it?
No, my marketing was to referral sources and continues to be towards those referral sources. We get referred work from large accounting firms that are conflicted out of doing certain types of work.
How do you get to know all these big six accounting firms and their people and get their confidence so they will refer you?
And that's really the trick. Thankfully, I knew a lot of people before I started my business, but I'm always trying to meet more of these referral sources. So I try to go to events, put on seminars, and meet people who could be potential referral sources or potential clients. So I need to figure out what organizations they belong to, join those organizations, or attend those events, and bump into somebody, strike up a conversation, hopefully meet someone who can drive additional business.
As you look at where you are, you're having success in your marketplace, but we all know we're looking for new avenues and new venues, and how do we find more platforms to get our story out? Are there other marketplaces we are? What would you like to ask Bob about marketing or expanding your business, or what?
Well, Bob, we've always struggled with how do we get the warm leads? How do we meet these people that can drive additional business, that can refer additional work to us?
Well, so first of all, what I love is your focus. You know, there's a big market out there, and you decided to be great at one thing for a group of a target audience. And I think that's critical, because sometimes you can really dilute your product if you're going after a broad market. I think the key is identifying these people who can really influence and refer you, going to the shows, networking, and when you have the opportunity to meet these folks, to be able to tell your story, to present your capabilities to them instantly. And my guess is the biggest concern is, will you be able to do the job? Will you be able to do the job that's needed? And I think that's where your existing customer base becomes a great referral service. The other thing I was thinking when you were talking is there also an opportunity with legal firms also be kind of an interesting lead for you, because also seeing the inside of these corporations and their needs. But I think the single number one question every entrepreneur has is, where do I get my next lead? Where do I find the next person?
Exactly.
And when I get that lead, how do I make it meaningful?
Right. And one thing is true is that the industry is constantly changing. So I don't know where we're going to be 10 years from now. I don't know exactly what type of services we'll be providing.
You're right. We need to continue to reinvent ourselves and find new platforms and new marketing. We thank you for your story. It was a great story. And we're now going to go